Hello everybody, welcome to UroChannel. It is the 1st of December, which means time to open our first door of this year's Advent calendar. But before I begin, I need to say some introductory words. First, if you haven't watched my introductory video, please stop right here and watch it. This is the link, because you won't understand a thing of what this is all about if you're not familiar with German Christmas traditions. Neither will you have a clue why I'm unwrapping a sex toy every day until December 24th. Apart from that, well, I'm not sure whether you guys are ready for this kind of content. You don't know me that well yet, and many of you probably will expect me to stick to the curriculum and talk about kidney stones, the prostate and surgical procedures all the time. But during this year, I have placed some hints here and there that I might have more facets than you might suspect. The Advent calendar is not an educational video series, strictly speaking, but on the other hand, it's the season of love. And most of you have treated me very kind, subscribed to my channel and wrote nice comments. However, I don't want to offend anybody's feelings. If you think that sex is a sin, or that it is serious business with humor being totally misplaced, and that all doctors are jerks anyway, this video series might not be right for you. However, if you are ready for some fun at the end of the year, stay tuned and be surprised. This is the deboxing of the Advent calendar 2021. And let's see if I can get this thing off. It's like Christmas Eve. Okay, so, okay. Have a look at this. So where's number one? Number one. Number 9, number 2. Oh, there it is. Number 1. So I'm very surprised. It's a liquid. You know, I'm an old guy. I can't read it. Sorry, I have to put my glasses on. I can't. Unbelievable. I still don't know what this is because it's so small. It's high quality. Ah, okay. It's high quality massage oil for smooth applications. You know, I have an education as a sexologist, and the largest organ of the body is actually the skin. In other words, touching the skin has a very important function in a relationship, and so does massaging. Touch releases hormones in the brain, especially oxytocin. You might not have heard of it, but it's a hormone that controls social behavior. It is connected to feelings of affection, appreciation, fear, and aggression. In other words, it enhances trust and reduces fear and aggression. There have been studies on the application of oxytocin with a nasal spray. It was actually possible to sell more insurances to people who were under the influence of oxytocin. This is something that I just recalled from one of my classes, so don't ask me where you can read about it. Now, let's put theory into practice. First, we have to find some guinea pigs to test it on. You know, in German, we don't have this expression. We know guinea pigs, though, but we call them experiment bunnies. That would be the literal translation. I happen to have access to a couple that will fit the experiment perfectly. Their names are Bella and Ferdinand, and they live close by, so let's pay them a visit. Here we are in the house of our test bunnies, Ferdinand and Bella. And this is the massage oil, and I'm going to show both of them what I have in my hands. Look at this. How do you like this? Oh, it's not very interested. You see, they could do this massaging that you're doing here. You can see that they're very in love with each other. And Bella, that's Bella. She's a very cute little bunny. Look at this, you can do this massaging with Ferdinand. What do you think? Okay, she's making the bed, you can see that. And she's very active. I can just put it here and see what she does. It's massage oil. Okay, just go out of the way and see what Ferdinand is doing with the massage oil. Okay, anyway, this is it for today. You can see massage oil is maybe not the best gift for day one They're still waiting for Christmas here, both of them my experiment bunnies. And I'll see you tomorrow for another video on the Advent calendar. Bye bye!